Media regulations are rules enforced by the jurisdiction of law. Guidelines for media use differ across the world. This regulation, while law, rules or procedures, can have various goals, for example intervention to protect a stated, public interest, or encouraging competition and an effective media market, or establishing common technical standards. The principal targets of media regulation are the press, radio and television, but may also include film, recorded music, cable, satellite, storage and distribution technology, the internet, mobile phones etc. These require the balance between rights and obligations. To maintain the contractual balance, society expects the media to take their privilege responsibly. Besides, market forces fail to guarantee the wide range of public opinions and free expression. Intent to the expectation and ensurance. Regulation over the media formalized. Egypt's regulation laws encompass media and journalism publishing. Any form of press release to the public that goes against the Egyptian constitution can be subject to punishment by these laws. This law was put in place to regulate the circulation of misinformation online. Legal action can be taken on those who share false facts. Egypt's Supreme Council for Media Regulations will be authorized to place people with more than 5,000 followers on social media or with a personal blog or website under supervision. More than 500 websites have already been blocked in Egypt prior to the new law in 2018. Websites must go through Egypt's Supreme Council for the Administration of the Media to acquire a license to publish a website. Media regulation in Egypt has always been limited, but as in recent years, it has become even more limited. In 2018, a law was put in place to prevent the press and any media outlet from putting out content that violates the Egyptian constitution and/or contain any violence, racism, hatred, or extremism. If any content causes national security concerns or is broadcast as false news, the Egyptian government will put a ban on those media outlets that produced that media. The law known as the SCMR law creates a media regulatory restriction plan that allows the government authorities to be able to block the content, and those who want to be able to produce content or be able to publish a website have to obtain a license. In order to do that, those would need to go to Egypt's Supreme Council for the Administration of the Media. At the early period of the modern history of China, the relationship between government and society was extremely unbalanced. Government held power over the Chinese people and controlled the media, making the media highly political. The economic reform decreased the governing function of media and created a tendency for mass media to stand for the society but not only authority. The previous unbalanced structure between powered government and weak society was loosed by the policy in some level, but not truly changed until the emergence of Internet. At first, the regulator did not regard Internet as a category of mass media but a technique of business. Underestimating the power of the Internet as a communications tool resulted in a lack of Internet regulation. Since then, the Internet has changed communication methods, media structure and overthrown the pattern of public voice expression in China. Regulators have not and would not let the Internet out of control. In recent years, the strategy when approaching the Internet has been to regulate while developing. The Internet regulation in China, generally formed by most EU member states, have replaced media ownership regulations with competition laws. These laws are created by governing bodies to protect consumers from predatory business practices, by ensuring that fair competition exists in an open market economy. However, these laws cannot solve the problem of convergence and concentration of media. The media systems in Scandinavian countries are twin duopolistic with powerful public service broadcasting and periodic strong government intervention. Hallen and Mancini introduced the Norwegian media system as democratic corporatist newspapers started early and developed very well without state regulation until the 1960s. The rise of the advertising industry helped the most powerful newspapers grow increasingly, while the little publications were struggling at the bottom of the market. Because of the lack of diversity in the newspaper industry, the Norwegian government took action, affecting the true freedom of speech. In 1969, Norwegian government started to provide press subsidies to small local newspapers, but this method was not able to solve the problem completely. In 1997, compelled by the concern of the media ownership concentration, Norwegian legislators passed the Media Ownership Act entrusting the Norwegian Media Authority the power to interfere the media cases when the press freedom and media plurality was threatened. The